Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the 10th episode of Talentless. Now this one's titled The Invisible Blade, and I already know this is going to be a two-parter. So this isn't going to be a story that wraps up in one single episode at least. Invisible Blade, huh? I wonder who that's going to be. Someone's talent. Invisible Blade. What is invisible? I mean, the wind is invisible, right? So maybe it's got something to do with wind. And we do have a wind-based character, I believe, right? In the form of... well, it appears to be wind-based. The girl in the top middle of the cover art poster, I mean, she looks very much like she has wind powers, and they look like kind of invisibly. So if we're focusing on a new student and a new student's powers, it would make sense for it to be her. There's this group of three on the right-hand side still to deal with, and the larger guy up the top right. I don't think we've seen him much at all, have we? I don't know if I've seen him at all yet in school, but I'm assuming it's going to be one of those three sections of the thing there. Unless it's a continuation of what we just learned last time, which was, well, we cleared ourselves from having Karara's phone, which obviously was going to happen. Like, I don't think any of us, even though they cliffhanged at the end of 8, everyone knew that Nana wouldn't be stupid enough to just have the phone on her. It's like, okay, well, that's just a dead giveaway. You would never just have the phone on you. I thought she was going to try and ditch it with Michiru somehow, but no, she had some elaborate zombie decomposing, oh, it sends a message, like, very elaborate, and kind of, well, I guess unbelievable, but really it would make sense. Very risky and very lucky, as per usual with her, but she got away with it. And even when like, oh, I can hear Karara's spirit, and all this nonsense. Again, she has the entire class except for Kyoya wrapped around her finger at this point. Except for maybe Michiru, who's suddenly, and this was the last character I expected to have any sort of, like, turn on Nana. I did not expect Michiru to be the one. But she starts pestering Nana, like, you don't have mind control powers, I know you're the one that's going around killing, and blah blah blah. But we do manage to work our way around that, and eventually, it turns out, that wasn't Michiru, this is Jin Tachibana, the guy in the different coloured, or different designed uniform, so implying, yes, he was not part of our main school, who was posing as Michiru this entire time, and I don't quite know what his... well... I'm not quite sure what his game is here. I think he wants to... well, he obviously, I think, at his core, wants to learn why the hell are we, the talented, being hunted down and killed by people like you? Who are the people that's ordering you to come do this? That's where his main motivation lies, as far as I can tell. And he's basically as unkillable as Kyoya, because he can just mimic Kyoya. He can just become Kyoya, use his invincibility or immortality or whatever the actual translation of his his talent was. I'm going to mix up talents and quirks, I think, a lot, just because, you know, my hero has made quirk the default for a superpower almost at this point. But yeah, his talent, you can just use Kyoya's talent because he can mimic a person's appearance and their talent simultaneously, and then just, yeah, he just basically make himself invincible, unless you were to kill him instantaneously. Like, the only way you can get around, and so far the only way I think we could get around Kyoya's talent and Jin's talent, is if you can kill them instantaneously without them knowing. That's the only way I think you could kill them. So, realistically, sniper, or 50 cal bullet to the head, or any bullet to the head really should do it, but I feel like that's the only way you can physically kill them, if you give them absolutely no chance, no warning ahead whatsoever, just bang, and they're gone. I think that's the only way you could physically do that. I don't know if their talents have a passiveness to them that they activate as soon as they're in danger. I don't know if that limit hasn't been tested so much. I think it has to be a conscious effort to activate your talent. Well, not necessarily, because the guy who took pictures of what's going to happen in the future didn't have... well, he's activated when he was asleep, right? So I think people's talents are different, but the talent like that, invincibility, I don't know if that's just constantly going, or if that's something you have to activate yourself. So maybe my bullet idea wouldn't actually work. It'd be interesting to test, though, but where she's going to get a gun from, I don't know. If she had a gun, this would be much easier. But anyway, yeah. So now we have to... Well, we've kind of made a temporary deal with Jin here. Very temporary, I think. And I think he's going to be... I want to know more about this civil war that occurred 5 years ago. Because it sounds like it just happened naturally. And like amongst the talented, it kicked off. But I get the feeling that there was someone there instigating it and causing what Nana's essentially doing now. Except they weren't quite so successful to get away with their life. Meanwhile, Nana's been doing well enough that so far she's avoiding most suspicion. And is able to continuously get rid of people. So, yeah, I'm assuming that at some point Nana is going to turn and become curious about the government. She's been curious about the island's mystery of all the different corpses and teachers and stuff that have been buried on this island. And resurrected as zombies, of course. So I feel like she might start questioning... When's the turning point that she starts questioning her orders? Is she ever going to get to that point? Because she's protective of Michiru. Like, even though she's a talented, and she must kill them as enemies of humanity, she is more lenient towards her. And I wonder if that's a bit of Nana's humanity starting to creep back in. And I wonder if that's going to continue to grow and evolve as the show goes on. But we've only got 4 more episodes left, including this one. So I don't think we're going to have that much time to explore that. I feel like that's a Season 2 prospect, or continuation in the manga prospect. And as a result, that makes me a little sad, because I kind of want to see where it goes. So hopefully Season 2 is in the works to help that. I think the show did relatively well for itself, and I hope Season 2 is on its way. Anyway, let's load the episode up here. As per usual, these are time-based format reactions. Bottom left of the screen, you're going to see the time of the episode. I'll count you down, 3, 2, 1, play. Then on play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we will be in sync. We are watching this one on Funimation as per usual, since that's who's licensed it here this season. Just the Funimation logo to start, and it's about 7 seconds of logos, and then we'll be straight into the episode. Also, don't forget, I have a Patreon. Thank you to my patrons for supporting this video in particular. Picture-in-picture versions are available of Moriarty the Patriot, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Higurashi, extending to all shows from winter 2021 onwards. So if you are looking to join me and to get picture-in-picture reactions, wait till next season probably, and then you can tell if it's something you would like, and yeah, give you a taste of it, because episode 1 of those picture-in-pictures will be free to view. Anyway, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Cheers to the Funimation logo, as per usual. Here we go. Right where we left off into the cave. Yes, who were you calling? Who are they? Still calling them monsters. Well. That's true. Then what? Maybe he can only transform into the talented? There must be a limit. Just ran, okay. Interesting that she just run. You think you're gonna be able to escape him? Or is she banking on the fact that he can only transform so many times? There must be a condition to it. Despite having many more years to hone the talent, and they say the talents like evolve over time, right? And through training and whatever. I assume there's still a limit to his. Either number of times he can do it, or a limit to who he can do it with. I don't know. I don't know what the precondition is before he can turn into someone. But he had Kyoya, he had Michiru, he had Ice Boy. Who else did he turn into? I can't remember. But he also can turn into a cat or a bird or anything, so I wonder what the limitations are. Now that cat in the OP makes way more sense. We've still got a stabbing and a drowning to go. Or something to do with a bath anyway. But we've covered most of the stuff in the OP now. Alright. We running. Sure. Alright, he's Fireboy. Okay. Yep. Holy shit. Holy shit. Well then. Yeah, running was never going to work. Interesting. Okay. Oh. Okay. Interesting. So there was one before. Well, obviously. Okay. And she's probing these different ways for him to do it. Yep. We don't know anything about her backstory yet. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Apparently. Hmm. No memories of life before. Okay. So just the brother you don't remember. Okay, father's in government. Okay. By who? A talented, probably. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Of course it is. Hmm. Yes. Very true. Mm-hmm. That's probably by design. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's how the whole full-blown civil war started 5 years ago for him, so it makes sense he'd know that. Oh, it's with Michiru, of course. Adorable. Absolutely adorable. Uh, wow. Okay. Yep. That's true. He's not even lying this time. He's telling fully the truth. Oh. Aha. Uh-huh. Sure, that's part of the reason. It's not the whole reason. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, hello. Flashbacks to her past. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Part of me thinks that maybe the parents. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. God, Mishra is too pure for this series. She really is. Wow. uh, Mishra is too pure for this series, I swear. Oh, more flashbacks. Here we go. She carrying just the head. Ooh. That's fucking tragic. What is it with kids and fucking tragedies this week? Like, Jesus Christ. This week has been rough. Oh my god. It's a good issue. Mm-hmm. Yikes. Part of me wonders if this was part of the plan. Mm-hmm. She really is. But how does... Oh shit. Why must she have... Again, how do they determine these kill count numbers? I really don't know if they're based on anything. What? Why is it your fault? Hmm. Being harsh on yourself, that makes sense for her position. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Oh. Oh. Hmm. Yeah. That's why she thinks it's her fault. Because she left the window open. Oh, shit. That explains why she'd go. Yeah. Well, I think it's nothing. Something's a little wrong. Right, she probably used a lot on you. Hmm. Yes, you actually have a choice now. Well, he's just standing there. Uh. Wow. Mm-hmm. Would appear to be the case. Okay. Okay. Oh. 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 Mm-hmm. Oh, and he's picking up on this information. I'm sure he does. Thank you. Perfect timing. Okay. Old fashioned, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's sad. uh, wow, okay. Yeah. What's that issue? Mm. Wow. Oh, that's gonna hurt if you wake up in the middle of the night and step on a chess piece. Oh, that's gonna be rough. I wonder what the worst chess piece to step on would be. Probably a king or queen if it stood upright, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why were you sneaking out? Okay. And that's why your window was open. Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A burglar wouldn't kill, though. Burglar wouldn't risk killing. Hmm. I can't help but feel this is part of the plan of the government. Or the committee, or whatever they're called. You're too good, Mishu. You really are. Huh? Oh boy. Oh boy. They're gonna cliffhanger. They're gonna cliffhanger someone else killing, just like Jin said. Careful. No, the other psychopaths might be awakened or whatever. Someone's dead. Hmm. Who's dead? I'm assuming someone's dead. Scuffle. Yep. Oh, he's the dead one. Okay. Holy shit. Oh boy. So who is it? I mean, this is the first time we've introduced to her, so I mean, the show's very obviously trying to point you to her to suspect her. Like that was way too obvious. But I don't know why they called this one the Invisible Blade. I guess because it was going into the Invisible Blade arc or whatever. Was he stabbed in the back there? It looked like... I'm not sure how he died. Looks like he was stabbed. Also looks like he may have been bashed into it, but that would make a lot of noise, so I don't know about that one. But yes, we do have another killer. But why kill him? Because we have not seen his character at all, really, I don't think. If we have, it'd been like just like normal classroom scenes. We've also got that group of 3 on the side there that we have to meet at some point. Don't know when they're going to get involved though. Alright, Invisible Blade Part 2, Invisible Blade Part 2. And yeah, I mean, come on, how much more obvious can they be that they want you to suspect this girl? Like, how obvious can they be that, oh, look at this new character we just introduced as people are dying? It's like, okay. So, guy at the top right is just a victim. Not even anyone important by the looks of things. Don't even know his name yet, I don't think. And then, whoever this new character is we're about to meet is being heavily implied as the killer. Like, so heavily. Like, I don't know if they had to be that forceful with all of it, but hey, whatever. Okay. So yeah, we did finally explore Nana's background. Now, a burglar, if it was just under the guise of a burglar, maybe, but an enemy of humanity clearly would have done that, because that's a very brutal way of killing. I don't think a normal killer or someone like that would do that, and why would they go after her parents? I mean, yes, he worked in... her father worked in something for the talented, for the ministers in government. I don't know, maybe he could be targeted for that, as it were. But part of my thinking here is that as a kid, Nana has shown great intellect, right? She is, I mean, she plays games, she's very good at these games, classic board games, and seems to have a bit of a... And creating a whole game from scratch at that age, probably quite impressive. So, child genius, borderline, potentially. Maybe she was scouted out for that. Maybe she genuinely does have a talent, but she just never has been told that. Maybe her talent is her intellect. I don't know. But it would be quite the reveal if they said, hey, you're talented as well, yet you view all the talented as enemies just because some guys told you to. Like, that would be a pretty significant way of doing it. But I almost think, like, her parents being killed, and her being driven to this level of despair, and then meeting the committee afterwards, or government figures, that's not a coincidence. I almost feel like that her parents were killed to organize this as the next candidate for this event. Then again, I don't know, how old was she when her parents were killed compared to when she's been shipped off to this island? That's the only thing that messes with my idea a little bit in that regard. Because if there's too much of a gap between her parents being killed and her coming to the school, maybe that theory breaks down a little bit. I wonder. So they're so heavily implying that it's this chick. They really are. I mean, since they're being so obvious, I mean, even in the end card, like Invisible Blade Part 2, this final piece of art, I mean, she very much looks like she's holding almost like a what do you call it? Holding like the scabbard of a sword on her side attached to a belt, and she's getting ready to draw it. That's what it looks like. It looks like she's about to draw an invisible blade. So they are so obviously trying to set that one up. I hope that's subversion, and I hope they're intentionally doing this to throw us off and make us believe it's her. Because if it really is her, and they're being this obvious with it, I'll feel very let down. Because it's like, okay, I mean, you ruined every single bit of suspense and mystery you could have had with this character. I just hope it's subversion, and she wasn't the killer, it was these 3 guys, for example. Because those 3 guys are the only ones left on this cover art that we have not been properly introduced to. We haven't even been introduced to this chick that well yet. But this really helps Nana out a lot, though. Because Kyoya immediately suspected Nana, hence why he went straight to her. But she has a perfect alibi with Michiru, and she genuinely didn't do it this time. She doesn't have to lie or anything. So that helps her situation out, and it also means she doesn't have to take care of one of the students, although what his power was, we have no idea. Let me just go back to his corpse real quick. Not a phrase you say too often. So yeah, stabbed in the back. Possibly slit throat, considering the blood splatters going up his face like that. If he was just bleeding out the mouth, it would be like just around here and coming down here. It wouldn't really go up on your cheeks like that, unless you're doing that, and then it would like spray up a little bit, I guess. So I'm guessing probably a slit throat and a stab in the back for good measure. Or stab in the back, he realizes what's going on, turn around, and you just slash him. That's where my mind's going with his killer. So again, invisible blade is the cause of it. Although it doesn't have to be invisible blade, it just means the blade's not there. So they'll probably end up searching for a blade that probably doesn't exist. And that's where maybe this girl's powers come in, because it looks like she's got good use of wind currents and, you know, like wind cutter and all those like typical spells and stuff from fantasy. You can cut with air like that or something, I don't know. Like that's where my mind's immediately going, at least, so we'll see how obvious they want to be with it going forward. I'm hoping they're not being as obvious as it appears, just for the sake of it being more interesting. But, you know, we'll see where it goes, I suppose. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. I will say, people got sick of, or seem to be getting a bit more sick of Nana constantly getting away with everything, blah, blah, blah. Now that the story's shifting away from her a little bit, like we're exploring more of her backstory and the greater conspiracy at large that's going on with the world, I think this show's going to improve. Now, I don't think we have enough time to really go that deep into it, but a potential Season 2 would, so I'm hoping that we get that announcement at the end of this, but who knows? I mean, who's doing this one? Which studio was animating this? This was Studio Bridge. They don't have anything lined up for 2021 except Shaman King, which is a brand new adaptation of the original manga. Wait, which Shaman King manga is it? There's 2. Okay, looks like that was a re-release. Or extra chapters. Oh, it looks like those were just extra chapters. The original one aired from was in publication from 98 to 2004. So this is a adaptation on that. Okay. So if Studio Bridge do pick this back up, they have plenty of slots in 2021 to really put it in. What else are they really going to be running? I guess they've still got Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s going, but that doesn't seem to be doing too well. This is honestly one of the better shows they've put out, according to... Yikes. Apart from the ending of Fairy Tail, this is one of their best new shows, because their 7 Heavenly Virtues did not do well. Royal Tutor did well, but I don't think that's getting a sequel. It's been nearly 4 years already, so unlikely. Yeah. I mean, unless they're doing a brand new project, other than Shaman King, they could probably fit in a sequel of this, and I kind of hope they do. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the full 2020 that you can find on my channel. We're very close to wrapping up here. with the full season. We've only got a couple of weeks left to go, 3 or 4 weeks until most shows have finished wrapping up, and we can start the winter 2021 season and all the sequels that it comes with. So thank you everyone for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.